Cherry socks and a rooster hat.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Another
pop the cherry.
feminist.
That's what you said.
Ladies, exciting stuff. Feels a little different around here. And we got a few men in the gym finally.
Woo! Hubba hubba.
All right, don't distract them. They have work to do.
Hello, ladies. It's a pleasure to be here.
Hi.
Before we start, I have a proposal to make. I have to pitch something to you. I know that my colleague, he already showed you this picture, but I'm actually the one who's looking good in this one.
Oh, you were holding him.
I'm the one holding him.
Oh, yeah. This is a different picture, actually. He showed us
Oh.
one where you had him fully lifted
yeah.
up. And in both, I would say that...
His
It
pants.
looks like you're kind of giving armpit birth
exactly.
to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about? Can I be your wrestling friend, boyfriends?
No.
No. That's a very strict no.
I'm gonna just decline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, anyways, it was
But
worth a try.
congrats on the photo. It looks great.
Yeah. Thank you for that. In the time of Time's Up and the Me Too movement, what does it mean to you to play these characters that are strong, independent, that have their own problems, but also goals, and are very strong female characters in a world and in a time where men basically saw them as some kind of second-class, third-class citizens?
Right. In season 1, what excited me about the writing was that Liz Flahav and Carly Mensch were telling stories that we don't usually see. Kind of the female narrative that usually is alone in your room, or you think you're the only one feeling that way, and they sort of brought it to light. And then with Time's Up and Me Too, it's all about women saying, this is how I felt for so long by myself. You felt it too, you felt it too, and a unity happening with that kind of honesty. And I think, you know, our show is a great complement to that, but I think that it's long overdue.
It's like amazing synchronicity. It certainly feels like we're on the right side of history while this is happening. It feels really good to go to work and say, oh, wow, the progress has already been made here in our environment.
I mean, I live in Europe, I live in Germany, and you work in California, so this is quite far away. Do you actually have the feeling, do you feel that there's something changing? You mentioned on set.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. But I mean, I already felt it last year, even just with a show like this. Getting to work with women at the top, female bosses, so many women behind the camera, so many women in front of the camera. You know, it really is much more often the trend of a male cast and like one woman being part of that ensemble. So it already felt progressive, I guess, even though it's like a long time coming. I do think that with Me Too, with so many women coming together, it's so strong. The message is so powerful. And we are seeing actual repercussions for people who have, you know, done bad things. And it does feel like change is happening in a real way. And I'm excited that Glow can be a part of that.
Yeah. The other ladies are missing today. The room would be full of...
They're missing?
Well, they're here. They're not here today. Is there anything that you would love to see to be explored in, let's say, maybe the future, near future, next year, in a potential third season? Any storyline that you could not do in a second season because of the limitations of, like, well, storytelling?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I just think we have so many characters on the show that there's just a wealth of interesting stories waiting to be unearthed. You could delve into anyone's life,
Right.
and hopefully there will be time to get to everyone.
Yeah, you know, episode 4 of this season, we see kind of Debbie and Tamay see kind of further into their lives outside of the show, and I would love to see an episode like that, you know.
About any of the other women.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
My last question is actually, are you two characters are going to be best friends again?
Time will tell.
I don't know.
I think even though they find themselves in a worse place in season 2 than they were in season 1, you know, their friendship sort of needed to reach a breaking point. So I feel like we're gonna see them reach that point in season 2, and maybe that will help pave the way toward a better friendship for them in the future.
Yeah, Allie and I have both listened to music picturing Ruth and Debbie running towards each other in an airport or some
We
dramatic
like
scene.
to plan Ruth's mom's funeral when they reconnect. We've not yet pitched it to our bosses.
That was a great idea. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
She's a